So, hello everyone. I have Arpit with me here, and Arpit is from electrical background and learning data science. Okay. So, Arpit, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Arpit, and I am basically from electrical background. So what happened in my journey, in my career journey? Actually, I started, I did my BTech in electrical engineering, and I got passed out in 2015. So I gave the GATE exam, and I got a decent rank there, and I got into a railway PSU, with namely Rail Vikas Nigam. So I am currently working as an electrical engineer in a railway PSU. So what is lacking in our PSUs is the basis of data management. There is no a certain thing to maintain data, to store cloud, to store it in a cloud, or to efficiently use the data that we are having. And
Okay.
the main problem that came into my or that is coming into my organization is the like there are many departments like electrical, civil, signal and telecommunication. So railways work when all the three departments coordinate proper. But in practical it is not, the case is not there, because each and every department want to excel from another department. In that race, they don't want to share their proper data or the immediate effective data to the other department, so that they won't get excel. That's how railway is working currently. So that's a problem there. But what I did, since there was no particular role of data analysis, I was given various responsibilities. I had a big team under me. I had around 20 plus people under me to handle. So what I did actually, uh, I started doing some basic data analysis on the Excel through visualization, basic visualization things, and and through that, what I used to do, I used to get the inferences from other department like civil department, and try to analyze what happened when some of these values were there in the previous data, and what they did actually, and if the data is the same, then what they can do there. So that I started doing, I'm making an amateur way, because I was not exposed to the tools that are basically used in data science.
Mm-hmm.
So one or two times in railways, the main thing is the budget issue. It's like, you are given the manpower, you are given the materials, but you have to use them efficiently. It's like, although there is no restriction from the government that this and this is the budget of the, but you have to use it efficiently. So what happens most of the time when there is no proper analysis, to excel from other departments, what other people do, they just do things according to their knowledge or experience, which may or may not be true at times, because there is you can't predict what is going to happen at a particular site. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, through their experience they try to do that, and many of the time they fail to predict the right thing, and that incurs the loss of manpower, time, and money. So what I started doing, I just started doing the data analysis, and through that, I got few things right, and I told my manager, and he he what is it, he implied those things, and at one or two places, I used to I helped them to save money, manpower, and time also. So through that, we diverted manpower. What happened? Then I asked then he said that, can you continue this work along with what you are doing? I was like, I am okay with it, but the thing is this: there is no proper system that how can we do it. It's like, I have done because I have I had this certain set of data, and then I did it. But I guess we should discuss about some positions in data, how data analytics can work here. He said that it's a government organization, and he can't do this alone by himself, which is also, he is right. Like,
Yeah.
central government organization, you need approval from the central government.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I guess I am good at data science,
Mm-hmm.
data analytics. Then why not do something which includes all this? So
Okay.
I searched it around, and I found there's something called data science, uh,
Mm-hmm.
on which we focus more on data, and data visualization is there, model building is there, model prediction is there. So thereafter, then I started learning data science, and I started learning data science from the January of this year, and I got hold of many I have a non-coding background, and then I learned
Okay.
Python, I learned SQL. Then I
Mm-hmm.
started doing ED and all. Then I started doing the data visualization through the uh, Jupyter through the various libraries of Python like matplotlib, cborn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and after that, I also learned machine learning a bit, like supervised and supervised learning. I learned both, all of them, and I started learning Tableau also. Till now, I'm trying to dig deeper into it. And through the in this journey, since it's a lone journey, various YouTube channels like yours help a bit. I still remember a video, probability versus likelihood. So
Mm-hmm.
there was I was never clear about probability or likelihood in my whole life, I could say that. But after I saw that video, I was pretty much clear what is likelihood. And actually, that video, you also mentioned that video, the concept of maximum estimate likelihood that is using the logistic regression. I was also having that confusion how to choose that curve, a sigmoid curve.
Yeah.
When that I watched your video, I got completely clear. Yeah, we do this. We have to choose a curve through likelihood.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Yeah, that made me actually that made me clear two of my concepts completely, like probability versus likelihood and the logistic regression.
Very good. So one thing here, you are helping in nation building. That's great. You are saving nations, uh, resources and kind of utilizing that properly. So that's a great thing. And
Yeah, I'm now. I think I'm gonna come into. Yeah, sorry.
can I call you railway engineer, railway electrical engineer?
Yeah, sure. For till now, yeah, I am railway engineer because I'm trying to switch into data science industry. But
Okay,
till
okay.
now, yeah.
So, what kind of data analysis you can do? You did, which for which you got appraisal from your organization. Just give a high level view on that. What kind of analysis you
Okay.
did?
So actually, I won't see. The thing is this: there's a certain kind of for laying the railway tracks. There has to be coordination. Electrical department. I was most into the project management thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the construction field. You can more say that. So what? There's a system called when you lay the railway tracks, and above which the OHC, the electrical wires run through that. So the level at which the railway tracks are set and the height of the wire will be decided according to that.
Okay.
Okay. So what you need to get is the level at which the railway tracks has to be laid, and which is not same for all the sides because there can be can be high a bit where there can be a gradient. So we have the civil department has to take care of all those things, and where the gradient is more, where the gradient is less. So there are certain kind of things also, how much level they can increase, how much it is from water level if there is water nearby. So there are certain parameters that civil department has always has to consider. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so these are the few important parameters that they always consider, and what happens in that it varies side by side, and sometimes they have to check the distance from the another railway track, building new railway track. Then you have to check the distance from the previous railway track which was initially. So it the rail these parameters are standard. So what happens sometimes? For example, they are laying a railway track and somewhere they want gradient less because there could be other place other side where the gradient is high. So
Mm-hmm.
this happens, but we don't know at which place the gradient high and gradient low because it's all in the hand of civil department or in the electrical department.
Yeah.
So what happens in order to excel, since there's always a pressure from the government, that you have to complete your project on time. Your department must not be responsible for all the data.
Yeah.
So all the department tries to excel from each other, and sometimes it happens they don't share much of the data from each other. Yeah, or you have to force them to just share the data, share then they share. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what happens? The suppose some one time civil department gives you some parameters that will work according,
Hmm.
until unless the final parameters in which the authority sign is there passes out, you can't be assured of it. They will give you only a rough estimate that these are the parameters that we are going to work on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but the final parameters will be only that will be given on an official paper. But
Okay.
since in order to excel from the other department, work according to the rough estimates, so that
Mm-hmm.
the blame doesn't come on our department.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
this happens in some of the projects. This happens in
Mm-hmm.
some of the projects. Not I won't say in all of the projects, but some of the projects it happens. So what happens in this? In order to excel, there could be a chance that the experienced people could be wrong because you can't predict the site. Each and every site is different. You can't predict that these parameters were gonna be in the next site.
Correct.
because you have seen this earlier.
Uh-huh.
There's a those data follows, and which obviously every time can't can which obviously every time a man cannot predict by his experience.
Mm-hmm.
So what I used to do, I collect since the civil department used to give us data which were stored in a very non-professional way by us. It's in all obviously in a Excel sheet. So
Yeah.
I just collected that data, and I just went through it some one time, and I just checked the gradient slope, the gradient, and the level. These are some parameters that I checked that whether these parameters were same at some other places or not. So
Mm-hmm.
I just checked it, and through data visualization, I took the help of data visualization there, and through that I got to know, yeah, there were certain cases that uh, these were these were same. So what parameter did they take that time? I considered that parameter,
Mm-hmm.
and tried to suggest that parameter to my team, so that we could through the amalgamation of data visualization and experience,
Yeah.
we could assure that.
Yeah. 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 Got it. Okay. So, what all you have learned in machine learning side till now?
Till now, I have learned supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised and statistics, although it's a basic to it's a base to the machine learning, not part of it. But yeah, I've learned stats also, and in machine learning, I've learned supervised and unsupervised learning. In that, in supervised, I've learned the regression and classification, and
Okay.
almost all the models have basic models have.
So, can you tell me from scratch how linear regression works?
Yeah. So what happens in linear regression? Linear regression, first of all, we plot the points. First, the observations, the observation, the records. We plot those we plot those observations
No,
side by side.
sorry to interrupt you. We cannot. You can plot the data points only when it's a plotting of data is limited to when you have limited number of records. If you have millions and millions of record, then plotting. So what I'm asking you essentially is when you go in Python and write from sklearn import linear regression, you write linear regression x tilde y.
Mm.
What happens after that?
When I write, sorry,
When you write from sklearn, you import linear regression,
yeah,
okay, and linear regression may you write x tilde y, right? Target
right,
variable tilde independent variable,
yeah.
and you say run. Then what happens
To fit
internally?
a line, it tries to fit a line with the. It tries to fit a line
Okay.
which gives the minimum error with all those things, all those observations. So what
Okay.
happens in that? It tried to, we can say that it tries to give the minimum of the it tries to give the maximum of the r square value. R square value is it is the ratio of the explained variation to the total variation that's having. So
Okay.
you can say the SSR by SST. So it's
Okay.
it
So
tries to minimize the error and get to a
yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
I understood that R squared you are saying. So what other matrices you are aware of?
yeah, RMSE is there,
Mm-hmm.
MAE is there,
Okay.
RMSE, MAE. Yeah, those are the other two metrics that we usually consider more also.
And
And
adjust.
adjusted as well.
Yeah, yeah. So how these two things are different? Do you remember the formula for adjusted R square?
Yeah, it's one minus one minus then m minus one divided by m minus k minus one. M is the number of observations, k is the number of features, r square is the r square value.
And the intuition behind that is
Uh, Intuition and adjusted as well.
yeah,
Yeah. So actually, what happens when we use the r square,
yeah.
when there are relevant features, it increases. When we add relevant features to the model, it increases. But when we add insignificant models, so insignificant features to the model also, it also increases a bit, although very slightly. But it
Mm-hmm.
increases in but we can't sometimes we can't judge that is it an insignificant feature or it's significant. So
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of that thing, we use r adjusted r square value. In that, what happens if we add a significant feature, obviously his value will increase. But if we add insignificant feature, its value will decrease.
Okay. So that is one aspect of it. Any other aspect of it? So what is the problem if we keep insignificant feature? Then what is the problem? We are getting a better model, right?
Uh, Not every time it's like if you are getting if you are doing the insignificant feature, if you are or if you're keeping the insignificant, not every time the model accuracy will increase.
So what I'm saying is, in my data I have let's say 10 features.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's call them significant features.
Okay.
I add another 3 features. Okay. Let's call them insignificant features, for example. So with 10 features, I was getting, let's say, 92.5 accuracy.
Yeah.
With these 3 features, I get 93. So 93 is bigger than 92.5, right? So that's a better model. So what is the harm in that? System is doing the processing and everything is happening. So what is harm in that?
So you're saying with 10 models we are getting 92, and with with 3 features, with 10
No,
features we are getting 92, and with 3 features we are getting 93.
not three, 13 features, 3
Uh,
additional features.
3 additional features.
Yeah.
So we are getting 93. So actually adding a feature, it's actually adding a dimension in that. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
adding an extra dimension in a feature is all, it could lead to what is it? So what happens when we add extra dimensions in the model? There could be a chance, not every time, there could be a chance of what is it? Forming of peaks and valleys there. So there could be a chance that the model won't be smooth there. There could be a chance that curse of
Mm-hmm.
curse of dimensionary thing that could happen there. So keeping extra feature is not always helpful. There could be a chance the model could be rough enough, not smooth working. So that's why we don't try to keep more. We try to get the minimum of the time.
Okay. So tell me another thing. You are aware of classification problems, right?
Yes,
Classification problem. So
yes, yes.
I have a classification problem in hand. Okay. And I can solve that classification problem. As you told, you are aware of different machine learning algorithms, right? So I can solve a classification problem using a logistic regression model, or using a support vector classifier, or using artificial neural networks, or using a random forest. Correct? So tell me, from your understanding of these algorithms and your understanding of machine learning, in what kind of scenarios which algorithm we should use or we should prefer?
Okay. So let's start from the logistic first.
Okay.
Yeah. So since what happens in logistic, we use the base as the when we take the when we assume that the model is linear, and most of the time when the classification is binary, since there's the threshold division in the logistic. So when the binary classification is there, so we try to use the logistic because it's much faster, and it usually assumes that the model is linear. The model is following all the linear properties that is being suggested. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Binary classification, we go for uh, we go for the logistic regression. And also if we talk about random forest and if we talk about decision trees if we talk about decision trees can be used when there are uh, when the model is having when the model is having some features, many features, and if we can say that if we want to there could be a case when we use descent forest when we want to get the feature of, when we get to split the feature which is of higher importance. So this could be a case because decision tree starts splitting the feature which according to which has higher classification or higher importance. So if we want to get that feature first, or if we want to get that feature, we can use decision. And if we talk about the ensemble techniques like random forest, gradient boosting, we can classify into bagging and boosting things. So bagging thing, since it's a parallel technique, and we use two bagging classifiers and random forest in it. And
Mm-hmm.
these are the techniques that can be used when the variance is high. when we have to reduce the variance, and
Mm-hmm.
boosting techniques we can use when we have to reduce the biasness.
Okay. And how about neural networks?
Neural network, I haven't read neural network till now, so I have to start reading deep learning now. I haven't started reading neural
Okay.
network.
Okay. So, how good you are with statistics and mathematics fundamentals for machine learning? Out of 10, 10 being maximum.
And maximum, yeah, my basics are according to me are good. It's around I could range it in 8.5.
So, can you tell me what are measures of dispersion?
The center limit theorem,
No, no. I'm asking measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion.
mean median, mean median and mean median
Is
mode
called
and
measures of central tendency
yeah, mean median mode and dispersion. I guess standard deviation
and variance,
and
right?
variance. Yeah.
So, how variance is different from standard deviation?
So
How
your network
how
is
how variance is different from standard deviation?
yeah. So standard deviation in variance is this standard deviation is the square root of the variance. In variance by formula this standard deviation the square root of the variance. And
Okay.
what happens in this we through variance or through standard deviation we calculate the readings in the units of the in the core units of the measures. You can say that, for example, through variance we calculate the square. So if we are checking that this much this reading is this much far is it's coming in the square form. If we do the square root of it, that or we calculate the standard deviation of it, it comes in the same dimension that we want of the calculation.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the difference that is there in the variance and standard.
Okay. So, can you tell me with one example each what is percentile, what is quartile, and what is quantile? One example each.
So percentile is like, for example, it's not from always from the 100 percentile. It's like, for example, if if I scored highest 90% in my class,
Mm-hmm.
it's the 100% for me.
Mm-hmm.
Percentile is calculated from that.
Okay.
And quantile, it's like if for example there's a date there are certain kind of data, and uh, we have divided those data into particular segments. It's like, for example, we have said that, for example, there's data from 1 to 90,
Mm-hmm.
75 quantile.
Okay.
30% of the data comes in a 30 quantile.
Okay.
Yeah, and the quartile,
Yeah, quartile.
I don't have much idea about quartile. Read it.
Okay. Have you heard of interquartile range?
Yeah, IQR.
IQR.
Yeah, QR, Q3 minus Q.
Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is nothing
Q3,
but
sorry,
third
yeah,
third
third
quartile.
quartile minus first quartile.
Okay. Never mind. So, you have been learning Python also?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you aware of the difference between dict and default dict?
No, since I have not much into the coding, so I know about dict, the dictionary thing.
Okay. So, how is a dictionary different from a list?
So in dictionary, actually, it's a you can say that hash map thing. In this dictionary, there's a set of key and values,
Mm-hmm.
and it's list in list. There's certain there's certain amount in list. There's no concept of key and value. There's single particular values. Also, it's an in list. In list, what happens? You can't map a thing. Dictionary basically used for mapping the thing.
Can I have duplicate elements in list
Yes,
in dictionary?
dictionary in dictionary keys and values can be yeah, you can have this duplicate of it.
So when you say dictionary, you are talking about keys or values?
Yeah,
No, no, I'm asking you. So my question to you is, can I have duplicate elements in dictionary? You said
both.
yes.
So both, considering both keys could be same and values can be different.
So keys duplicates are not allowed. You are saying values duplicates are allowed.
No, no, I am saying both. For example, if I am having one as a key and two as a value, then other in the other value that I am having is one as a key and three as a value. So it is allowed.
Okay, okay,
Or the values, if the values all are also same, then it is also allowed.
okay. So have you come across lambda functions?
Yes,
Can you
I
tell me the
started.
syntax of lambda?
It's like lambda. We write lambda,
Hmm.
then the variable, and then colon, and then the function that we have. For example, if we have to find the whether value is divided by two, so x percentile two.
And can I take multiple arguments in lambda? For example, lambda x comma y colon
Yeah,
x plus y. Can I do that?
yeah, x comma y you can take that. You can do that.
Sure.
X comma y you can do that, but you can perform a function on a particular on a single value expression.
So lambda x comma y colon x plus y, I cannot do, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are the things you have done in Python? For example, data analysis or data pre-processing, these kind of things you have done.
Yes, I have done data analysis, data visualization also there. I have done data pre-processing somehow also there. So
Okay.
null value analysis I have done there. I have done. I have also checked whether there are any more. What is it? I have also replaced the values. For example, if there are hash hyphens and those are the values. So I have checked for that.
Okay. And one last question. Have you used filter function in Python?
Yes, I have used filter function.
What is the syntax for that?
So it's for example filter. In that I have to write the function and then I have to write the argument.
Write the
Sorry, variable
yeah,
which
object in
object.
Python language. You can say object. Okay. So one simple question, not Python, just a normal thing, day to day life, right? So suppose today is there is nothing to suppose. Today is Teachers Day only. So happy Teachers Day to you first.
Thank you, happy teacher. Sorry, why to me? I have to say to you actually. Happy
Okay,
Teachers Day to you.
thank you so much. So
Yeah.
suppose I come to you and I tell you what are the most trending words on the internet. So when I say internet, it can be Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, right? Facebook. What would be your approach to get trending keywords on Teachers Day? Just tell me the approach.
So what actually I have to make our trend.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is people are writing many things on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, right?
Yes, yes,
Some but happy Teachers Day, blah blah. Teacher is precious. Teacher is important. Many things they are
mm,
writing.
yes.
So my requirement is I want you to give me top 10 trending words on Teachers Day with Teachers
Okay,
Day tag or teacher in it or something like that.
okay,
What would be the high level what's approach?
okay. So uh, in this, I guess uh, we could do uh, text analysis. I guess I've heard of it. I have not read it. For example, do web
Just a
scrap
common
can be
sense.
done? For example, if we have to scrap, yeah. So
Forget scrapping. I give you all the data. So you have
yeah,
all the data in a Excel column.
okay,
After that, what you have all the tweets, for example. After
yes.
that,
Yeah, if I have to find the top 10, it would be I would have taken I would load it into Jupyter and take the head 10. So it's and it could sort it by, for example, the if we have the counts, that how many counts are there, that how many tweets, for example, for a tweet to be trending, it has to be trending by
but
many. So
but
there has to be a count of it.
but tweet is a sentence, not a word. I'm giving you tweets, not the words.
Okay. So exactly, I have to find the top 10
Words,
sentences, words or sentence.
words.
Okay, so I could do a split in that. I could take it in a list, that sentence. I could do a split of it, and yeah, I would create 10 list, and I would find the count of every word in that, and find whichever word is high, whichever word is trending there high.
Any other approach?
Yeah, I can form a dictionary also there in that
Okay,
dictionary. I could count. I could found. I can create a counter there and find a dictionary there and find the which word is having the high value.
okay, okay. So I will stop here, Arpit, and I will go ahead with some feedback. Okay, and then you can ask me if you have anything. Okay. So first of all, it was very nice talking to you. Okay, and since you have started learning machine learning and stats and all these things very recently, this year only, you are saying, right? So just 7 8
Yes.
months now. So whatever you have learned, your fundamentals are good. Okay, the way you explained linear regression, or you have an understanding of how logistic regression works or how SVC works, those are fine. There could have been some more points on that. For example, you will learn that. If you learn more, then you will learn that. So there is something called model explainability, there is something called model prediction power. So in some business cases, we put more focus on model prediction power. In some cases, we put more focus on model explainability. So those are the things. So machine learning side, I did not go much deep knowingly, because you are just starting and learning. That's fine. So I just want to say you're on right track. Machine learning side, keep doing on that, and your understanding is very good. There is no issue with that. Okay. Stats also, you are good, but some parts, some points, uh, it is a continuous learning, right? So I recommend you to go through that two books. Okay, if you do not know, I keep saying these two books, right? ISLR.pdf. Okay,
Okay.
you will enjoy that book. Okay, if you think that book is boring, then I'm assuring you book is not boring. Okay, just download that PDF, or you can get a hard copy on Flipkart, Amazon. Introduction to Statistical Learning by Trevor. Okay,
Okay.
once you read that book, you will thank me. Okay, so I recommend that book to you. I recommend that book to everyone. Okay, I will mail you that link. No need to note. I will mail you. Okay, and you are learning on that, and that's good. Python also, you whatever you have done, you have a good understanding of that. And last question I asked, just to check you how you are able to think. Okay, so I was really impressed when I gave you some time. Then you came up with a dictionary approach as well, and you came up with a sorting, and sort in descending order and take the top 10. That is a basic approach, but I knowingly gave you some time to think, and then you came up with the dictionary approach. That shows that you have some creativity, or you have some willingness to get things done in different ways. Okay, so that's a very good thing. So only thing that you should focus on is keep learning. Okay, sometimes you might feel little boring, because sometimes statistics and maths and these things are sometimes get little boring. But once you get a grasp of that, and once you implement things in Python and see things moving, it will be, you will start enjoying it a lot. Okay, and the kind of work you are doing, I'm sure not many people would be interested in learning new things and giving that much of effort. So you are young now, you can give lot of effort, and you can make the change, and that change will be very impactful. That can be. So you are on good track. Keep doing what you are doing. To summarize that, anything for me, Arpit?
Yeah, actually, I want to thank you because there are. I obviously take the in today's learning internet is very crucial, and there are you people, especially you, who are giving many good lessons, many basic lessons for free. Actually, I would say that, because on YouTube every content is free.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you are giving knowledge for free, which is usually people don't value those things, because they when something comes for free, they take it for granted. But it's like, I guess your channel is, for me, it's very underrated. For me, you the way you explain the things, the way you, like, I initially, in the starting of the interview, I told you about that probability versus likelihood video. I
Yeah.
won't forget that video for my life, because I got cleared by my two concept got cleared at one time. And
Mm-hmm.
you linked it pretty much well. So it's like I was not able to link that, because
Yeah.
I never thought in that way. Actually, I was thinking probability and likelihood in a single way, and logistic regression a single way, because for me
Yeah.
they were two concepts, but actually it's a single concept. So it's like, yeah, that actually was a quite eye opener for me. I started linking things after that, because that then I realized, okay, so I was not doing things in a right way, because I was not linking things. And
Mm-hmm.
if you won't link the things, I guess you won't get things right at the end, or you won't get, what do you say, innovative results, or the result that you want in a very, the result that you want. So
Yeah.
linking things is a quite important and a very important basis of machine learning and data science. So thank you for making me aware of that.
Yeah, Arpit, always welcome, always welcome. So, you can request me any topic also. You can mail me. I will definitely respond, or you can comment to me. That's fine.
Okay.
So I'll create that. I feel good when I create something which is helping people. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction actually.
Yeah, actually, you are helping many people like me.
Sure, sure. I'll keep doing that. Nothing to mention. So where are you currently based out of?
uh, I right now I'm posted in Raipur, Chhattisgarh,
Okay,
and I am basically from Agra. My hometown
okay,
is Agra.
okay, okay, okay. So yeah, is there work from home, you guys? No?
No, there's no work halt in Corona also. So we have to be at site present. Although the work pressure increased during Corona, so there
Okay,
was no work from.
okay. So take all the precaution. Did you take the vaccine?
Yeah, I've been I got vaccinated I got the first jab.
Uh-huh.
And within 2 or 3 days, I will take the second jab,
Oh,
because
great.
there's a gap of 84 days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you
Okay.
taken it?
Yes, yes. I took both. Thanks, Arpit, for
Thank
joining.
you, Aman.
Have a nice Sunday ahead.
Same to you.
Thanks, Arpit. Take care.